What's going on, Ravens fans? Welcome into the Baltimore Ravens Rundown. My name is Joey Petersen. We got some more great news rolling in for Baltimore after the Maxx Crosby trade. We're going to break down the Tyler Huntley signing and then talking Tyler's on today's show because there are some positive updates and feelings around Tyler Linderbaum's future in Baltimore. All that and more coming on today's show. Again, appreciate you guys for being here with us. We are less than 30 subscribers away from 46,000, so make sure, if you guys are not subscribed, to change that right now. Help us get to 46K. And also do yourself a favor. Free agency just around the corner. We are going to be pumping out content like never before. I mean, this is our 5th video in the last 36 hours. Perfect reason to subscribe and join us right here on the Ravens Rundown. So this news came down about 4 hours ago. Apologies for getting to it a little bit late. It happened the second we were pulling up to one of my high school best friends' baby shower, all the way about an hour away from us here in Dallas. So supported him, his wife, his family, got back in the car as soon as we got home, fired up the computer, turned on the microphone, and got this one out for you guys. But if you missed it, Tyler Snoop Huntley signed a 2-year, $11 million deal with the Baltimore Ravens to stay in the Charm City, continue being the backup quarterback for Lamar Jackson. I think this is a wonderful move by Jesse Mentor, Eric DeCosta, and this new staff because Tyler Huntley is one of those interesting guys. You know how there are those players in the National Football League that just seem to work with one particular franchise? That's Tyler Huntley with the Baltimore Ravens. If he goes anywhere else, he's all right, but he's not one of those backup quarterbacks that can go in there and win you football games. That's exactly what he is for Baltimore. It's what he's been for his whole career, for the last few seasons. It's what he was in 2025. They can't get away from me either. They tried last year, signed Cooper Rush. Let's go get a backup quarterback who has made a living being a backup quarterback, and a solid one at that, in the National Football League. Lamar Jackson goes down. You go to Cooper Rush, and he looked like me out there playing football. Okay, the only difference between him and myself is I'm not a ginger. Okay, but if I dyed my hair orange and threw on a Ravens jersey and helmet, you would not have been able to tell the difference between Cooper Rush and myself in that game against the Texans in Week 5. Okay, you signed Tyler Huntley off of a practice squad. He becomes your starting quarterback, backup quarterback Week 7. He gets you a dub against the Bears. He plays great in the late in the year gets you another dub against the Packers, almost beats the Patriots when he played in the second half after Lamar Jackson went down. Keep him in Baltimore. Keep him in Baltimore. It is as simple as that. Lamar loves him. Everybody loves him. He is a Raven, so make sure he does not leave. I think if you have another season, and I'm knocking on wood that you don't, but you have another season that you're worried about Lamar Jackson's health, I think we all have a ton of confidence in Tyler Huntley to go out there and win this team a football game. Okay, so 2 years, $11 million. You're probably about to cut Cooper Rush, save you a little bit more money, and everything's going to be all fine, good, and dandy. So that's the first Tyler update. Second Tyler update is on Tyler Linderbaum, and this is nothing official, but I still think it's great news because it's the most positive I've felt of reporting surrounding Tyler Linderbaum in a long time, okay? There seems to be some growing belief around those covering this team, Ravens insiders, NFL insiders, that things are going very well between talks of Tyler Linderbaum staying, between Tyler Linderbaum's agent, Eric DeCosta, and this Ravens front office. And I think that is phenomenal, frankly, okay? Because once you traded away your first-round pick to go and get Maxx Crosby, you solved one need at edge rusher, but you also took away an ability with that first-round pick to get yourself a starter. Now, I already broke down the trade. A lot of people think it was too much. Frankly, I don't care. You just got one of the best edge rushers in football, right? It was always one of those deals, I didn't think they would do it, but if they were going to do it, I was going to be 100% behind it. And sure, maybe I think it's a little rich for a guy that age, but still, I'm not going to be mad about it. Okay, but this isn't about Maxx Crosby. No, this is about Tyler Linderbaum. I've always been under the impression that you need to do whatever you can to keep him. And then those reports came out that he's wanting somewhere around 22 to $25 million in free agency, and that there's some teams that are going to be willing and able to do that. But the sentiment as of recent, as of today, as of all the reporting on social media, in articles, is that things are going very, very well. And it seems like Tyler Linderbaum might be staying in Baltimore, which is phenomenal, okay? I just always have been under the impression of, look, you've got a hole at right guard. You've got an unanswered question at left guard. You think you have an answer in Emory Jones. You don't know if you have an answer, right? I don't want there to be another hole at center as well, okay? If you let Tyler Linderbaum walk, you have that. And there was always a couple of guys that I talked about, okay, maybe they could come in here and maybe they wouldn't be exactly Tyler Linderbaum, but they'd be serviceable. They'd be good starters. Tyler Biadasz, Connor McGovern, two names I mentioned. Okay, Connor McGovern, he was the number one free agent target I put out on the video this morning on the channel. Well, guess what? He's re-signed with the Buffalo Bills, okay? But the thing about those two deals is Tyler Biadasz signed for, I believe it was $10 million a year. And Connor McGovern just signed for 4 years, $52 million. So that's $13 million a year. And they're saying that Tyler Linderbaum is wanting somewhere around 22. I don't know if his market is as rich as the people are initially reporting, and I think that's why there's kind of been some belief as of today that Tyler Linderbaum might just be staying in Baltimore. And you got to ask the question if you're him. Okay, same question that Ronnie Stanley had to ask himself last offseason. Do I want to go make $3 million more a year when I'm already getting paid in the 20s? Do I want to go make $3 million more a year and go play on a team like Las Vegas, play on a team like New York, where we will win anywhere from 4 to 7 games? Or do I want to stay in Baltimore with this new coaching staff that seems to be all about winning, with now added Maxx Crosby on the defensive side of the football, with Lamar Jackson, who's going to be fully healthy? Do I want to stay with a team I can believe will compete for Super Bowls and just take $3 million less? And it kind of seems, again, it's all speculation, reporting as of right now, but it does seem like that might be the way that things are going. I think that would be the best thing for Baltimore. And I think for his long-term career, look, that might be the best thing for one Tyler Linderbaum as well. Real quick, we have it linked in the comments and description of today's video. If you go to chatsports.com/flockgreen, you can take advantage of our St. Patrick's Day merch that we've got on sale right now. And we've also discounted express shipping to make sure you guys can get it in time for St. Patrick's Day, which is only 10 days away, okay? So if you want to guarantee yourself you get it at that point, we got you a discount, $4 discount, almost 50% on express shipping. They say Baltimore drinking team on them. You can get them in black. You can get them in green. We've already had tons of people get them here on the Ravens Rundown. So join me in the Baltimore drinking team. Join our friends who have already gotten them as well. And, support us here at the channel. We appreciate all of you guys who already have. And if you want to, again, that link, chatsports.com/flockgreen, is in the comments and in the description of today's video. All right. Let's talk about future of free agency. Because now that Connor McGovern and Tyler Biadasz are off the board, I don't believe that getting a center in free agency is going to be as easy as it was 48 hours ago. So again, another reason why it's important to keep Tyler Linderbaum in Baltimore. I'm still super duper high on getting Calais Campbell back. Okay, I think the only competing place for Calais Campbell is the Green Bay Packers, funny enough. I just think that would make sense. They just traded Colby Wooden, a young defensive tackle, so there's a major need there. There already was before they traded away Colby Wooden. And additionally, they hired Jonathan Gannon to be their new defensive coordinator, and he just played and coached for Calais Campbell this last year in Arizona, okay? So that makes a lot of sense for Calais in Green Bay. But I just think like right now he might be, and it's crazy, he might be my number one free agent target. We talked about Khalil Mack coming over and following Jesse Minter from Los Angeles. He actually signed a contract with the Chargers to stay there, so he is not going to come. But I kind of figured that, hey, look, after you trade for Maxx Crosby, you're not going to be super aggressive in free agency for an edge rusher, at least not the money that Khalil Mack would command. That's going to do it for today's show. If I do any more at-home videos, I think my wife's going to kill me, so I'm going to get off. But appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. We'll see you again tomorrow morning when we're back in the studios, Chat Sports offices. So make sure you guys are tuning in. We'll see you then.